What's good? Good morning, boxing fans. Shout out to the LDBC. I hope all is well with everybody out there. We 30 days out from it, man. We 30 days out from it. It's about time to get nervous, man. For me, it's about time to get nervous for me, man. How's it gonna go? How's it gonna go? What's going on, Harold Jones? Strike Grind Radio. What's going on, man? Yes, sir. Marcus Johnson, man. What's happening with you, man? Carly Crush, General Squirrels, Ali Voso in the building. What's good, man? I got to check out that video that you have on there, man. Send me that link again, man. I went to go look for that last night, but I wasn't able to find the email. You said, I guess it was probably on the same. It's probably on the same site that you had my rap show on, but I didn't get it. What's going on, American Monster? Deuce '09. What's good, man? Boxing and barbecue. The topic for today, man. The topic for today, man. I listened to this. First of all, I want to talk about this fight with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, man. I think it's really started time to focus on this, man. The closer we get to this thing, man, I'm listening to people's predictions for the fight, and man, I think Tyson Fury has talked himself into having a whole lot of people betting on him because these odds last time I looked at him were real even, man. There's some good money for the gamblers out there on this fight, man. Because honestly, man, I don't see Tyson Fury winning that fight just because of the inactivity. If it wasn't for his inactivity, I would be less concerned about it. I would be significantly more concerned about it. But there's a lot of people, man, that are thinking this dude might be able to pull out and win this fight, man. So what do you guys' thoughts? Is there anybody, is the United States and like the LDBC and cats, are we so pro Deontay Wilder that we can't see the potential for a very awkward Tyson Fury to pull this fight out? You know, personally, I think I see Deontay Wilder winning, man, but I'm just anxious for it, man. And honestly, man, I'm almost as anxious for seeing how well the fight does as I am for the actual fight, man. You know? And then the other thing I wanted to talk about, man, is I listen to, there's a channel out there, man, if you guys are not subscribed to this dude's channel, man, check out Best Fight, the Best Boxing. Best Fight, the Best Boxing. And basically that's his thing, man. He wants to see the best. He wants to see the best fight the best. And I listened to this guy, borderline lunatic dude, who considers himself to be a boxing historian, who made a very passionate argument that people who insisted that there was a time when the best fought the best were evil. They were evil, lying, maniacal, misleading people, never to be trusted. Because if you say that there was ever a time when the best was fighting the best, you don't know boxing. The hard, bitter truth is that there was never an era in boxing when the best fought the best. I listened to this guy talk, man, because I was like, wow, really? Are you that desperate to disagree with people? And it's you that desperate to disagree with people that you would say there was a never time when the best fought the best? It's amazing to me, man. And used examples of fights that didn't happen to say that there was never an era in boxing when the best fought the best. Crazy. Just because there are fights that did not happen in every era, you literally cannot line up every fighter and make sure every fighter fights every other fighter, because sometimes people lose. Or sometimes a fight that you really wanted to see didn't happen. But I'll take the career of a couple boxers who fought in two completely different eras, I can't think of many better examples of a great fighter that literally fought dang near close to everybody that was top level in his weight classes and around his weight classes. The first is Muhammad Ali. Obviously. What heavyweight in the 1960s that was of merit did Muhammad Ali not fight? He fought them in the 60s. He fought them all. Almost all of them. I'm sure you can find some obscure name there. Somebody that was from Lithuania or somebody that had a good record was like 15-0 that Muhammad Ali didn't fight. Who did Muhammad Ali fight in the 1970s? There was a high level, had an argument to be considered the best fighter. He fought them all. He fought freaking Larry Holmes, man. The dude had no business fighting Larry Holmes, and he still fought Larry Holmes. Oscar De La Hoya, as I'm using an example of somebody that I'm not a fan of, and Oscar De La Hoya. Hey, thanks, Olivo. So I just saw your email. Who exactly did Oscar De La Hoya not fight? Winky Wright, maybe? I guess you could say he didn't fight Winky Wright, and he didn't fight Vernon Forrest, but he fought Bernard Hopkins. He fought Tito Trinidad. He fought Shane Mosley. He fought Floyd Mayweather Jr. He fought Fernando Vargas. He fought Pernell Whitaker. He fought Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. And I'm not even a big fan of Oscar De La Hoya, but you don't think the best fought the best in the 90s welterweights? The best did not fight the best? There are fighters that fought Winky, right? Shane Mosley did fight Vernon Forrest. No, Shane Mosley did not fight Tito Trinidad. But I think it's fair to say that these guys were fighting each other. So anyway, man, I listened to that, man, and I was just like, I was amazed that there's people out there that would make an argument that we don't need to push for the fight. Because when you make arguments, people make arguments like that. I'm wondering, what's the point of your argument? What's the point of your argument? That best fight the channel, best fight the best, or the channel Black Fight Fan TV or 78 Source TV or Retro Boxing and Documentary, that they shouldn't make a push for the best to fight the best because there was never a time that the best fought the best? Why are you even a boxing fan, man? Why are people like that even boxing fans? If you don't want to see the best fight the best, you must not like boxing very much. You just want, hey man, give me any fight. I will watch any fight. Give me anyone and I will, I'll watch anybody. I'll watch anybody do anything. Just give me the fights. I'm going to buy them. And I won't say anything about it. I just keep my mouth shut and never say that I want to see Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. In order to say the best fight the best and bring up Anthony Joshua, you have to be acknowledging that Anthony Joshua can be considered the best. Why shouldn't I want that fight? If there was never a time, taking that ridiculous dude, and I know you watched the video, that ridiculous proposition, seriously, even if I give you your argument and say there's never been a time when the best fought the best. I'll tell you a time when the best didn't fight the best. Eras when the best didn't fight the best. In the early 1900s, 1920, 1930, 1940. That's a time up to the 1950s. That's when the best didn't fight the best because you had guys like Jack Dempsey that wouldn't fight black fighters. You had the Black Murderers Row where people wouldn't fight the people in the Black Murderers Row. That was clearly a time when the best wouldn't fight the best. There's also a time in baseball when the best baseball players wouldn't play against the best baseball players. That's when there was a Negro League in the United States, and there was the Major League Baseball, and there was Major League Baseball, and obviously some of the best baseball players in the world weren't allowed to play in that league. And whose decision was it for that not to be the case? It was the organizers of those events. It was the owners, and in baseball, the owners are the promoters. They were the owners of the team and a congregation of owners of those individual teams who also could be likened to the promoters because they're the ones that were selling the box. They're the ones that were selling it, and they decided to cut people out. So there is times forever that if there was never a time when the best fought the best, it's because promoters wouldn't allow that to happen. From the time in the 1950s when the mob in the 1950s would have guys like Jake LaMotta have to throw fights in order to get a shot at the championship. Otherwise, they would never get the shot because certain organizations had them locked up. But I guess because those were the scenarios in the past, that was the situation around it, that we shouldn't ask for it. What's the extension of your argument? People will find any damn thing to complain about, man. Pull your ass up out of BoxRec, man. Go read a history book. Along with BoxRec and all the careers people like you look at, go to history and go think, why was it that some of these fights didn't happen? Why was it that there's a bunch of black heavyweights that never got to fight Jack Johnson, that never got to fight Jack Dempsey? It was the promoters. In large part, it was the promoters that would not allow that to happen. Just like right now, you have the best not fighting the best because of the promoters in large part. Now, within the PBC, it is you get a better propensity, you have a better chance of the best fighting each other within the LDB, within the PBC, because you don't have as many of those hurdles. Now you do have the financial side of it, but you have the commissions. There was an interview that came out today where Sean Porter, I did a video on it, where Sean Porter said, that the WBC was really pushing for him to fight Keith Thurman. But if he's not able to make that fight with Keith Thurman, he wants to fight Errol Spence Jr. next. So that communicates to you that there's a commission, a boxing commission that is doing something to stand in the way of two of the best fighters fighting. Now, in this particular instance, it's more reasonable because you have Keith Thurman, who has to be considered one of the best welterweights until proven otherwise. But so anyway, man, in my just perusing other people's videos and going through this stuff, man, there's some people there relative to when you don't like a person or you disagree with somebody on a particular issue, and you start disagreeing and finding issues with every position that they're taking, there's something wrong with you. Looking at the smoke, this dude gonna clap back. Oh, Fanon, looking for that smoke. This dude, of course he is. I don't give a shit. Don't nobody watch you, dude. And I know you know. I know you watch. So what? Go clap back to those 15 people that want to listen to that dumb shit, man. Get out of here, man. There's a time that the best fighters need to fight the best fighters. That's what the fans get out of it. I'm not a promoter. I'm a fan. And acting as if there was never a golden era when the best fought the best. You're smoking, dude. You're absolutely smoking. Every era, the best has fought the best. Every era, the best has fought the best. There's not an era where the best have not fought the best. Shoot. What was the last era? Klitschko during his heavyweight reign fought the best, with the exception of his brother. The best just weren't as good as he was. Andre Ward fought the best 168 pounders and the best 175 pounders. There were some fights that didn't happen, like Adonis Stevenson. He didn't happen with Adonis Stevenson, but he beat Kovalev. Didn't he beat Kessler? Didn't he beat Froch? Didn't he beat Dawson, who was the 175 pound? The best fought the best there. There are times when the best fight the best. There are some times when some of the best fights don't happen. But you can't even determine who the best is unless they fight. That's what determines who the best is. Hagler fought Hearns. Hagler fought Duran. Hagler fought Duran fought Hearns. Duran fought Hagler. Duran fought Leonard. Leonard fought all three of them. They all four of those. Are there people who could have been considered that you're wondering might be the best besides that? How would Aaron Pryor have done? The Aaron Pryor fight didn't happen. But Aaron Pryor fought Alexis Arguello. Alexis Arguello was considered to be the best at 140 when he fought him. I mean, there's always a push from the fans to want to see certain fights. That's why the fights happen. That's when a promoter will say, let's make the fight. The fans want to see it. So to get on fans for wanting to see the fights, dude, you're a moron, man. You just want to argue with people. Just want to disrespect people, man. Same type of cats that talk about how a guy that's 40-0 with 39 knockouts and an Olympic bronze medalist is a bum. How does that even register, man? The best fought the best during the 89, 90s. Hey, that's what's up. But that's enough time on that, man. When Marciano retired, Liston had just lost to Marty Marshall. He was not a top 10 fighter yet. Yeah, I don't know. I don't believe that Marciano ducked Liston. Every sport should be like that. It should be avid boxing fan. What's going on? Hey, much love in the super chat, Justin Marsh, man. Thank you, sir. Mr. J. Duke, I might argue that the best did fight the best. Then black fighters were the best and they fought each other. When a black fighter fought white fighters, we know who won. In large part, yeah, man. In large part, absolutely. Sometimes, man, it wasn't the case. But in large part, yeah. But I would have loved to see what and that's the shame of it, man. You know, you can never really say, like, think of it like Babe Ruth in baseball. We don't know whether or not Babe Ruth was the best baseball player. You don't know. Because you don't know what would have happened if you don't. And I do believe he might be a little older than Satchel Paige, but who knows what Satchel Paige would have been during that period of time, or what Josh Gibson would have been during that time. You know, you don't know what Mickey. You don't know what type of records Mickey Mantle, those guys would have had if they would have stood. If you had those guys, if you had 50, 60 years ago, was it that long? Because there was a time in Major League Baseball that black players could play. Then they took them out, and then it went like to the early 1950s, 40s. But you got somebody like God dog. How can I forget this dude's name, man? Man, what's the name of the first black person after they got kicked out to come back? Jackie Robinson. Jackie Robinson wasn't even one of the best in the Negro Leagues, and he came and had a Hall of Fame career. And then you had Satchel Paige, who probably was one of the best guys in the Negro League, come and pitch and throw a complete game when he's almost 60 years old. You know, those guys knew how good those guys were. But then in the other side, they could have gotten better because they could have been playing against the European American players as well. So, you know, it's both sides lose from that type of scenario, man. You know, best baseball I ever saw was Barry Bonds, man. Best Barry Bonds. There's a very good argument. Barry Bonds is one of the best baseball players ever in that juiced up era, man. Man, them dudes was juiced up. I used to have when I worked in Chicago, I had the company I worked for had season tickets to the Sox right behind the third, right next to third base. And there was a guy that never missed a game. He was like the modern day Lou Gehrig, and I can't remember his name, man. But I remember looking at that dude like, God, dog, you're big as shit. Cal Ripken. It was Cal Ripken. Man, them dude was huge. They were all huge. I was like, damn, you get this big playing baseball? Dudes look like bodybuilders out there, man. Ricky Henderson is my favorite baseball player. He had to do with stealing some bases, man. Let me do something real quick, man. Because something is off, something off. Yeah, there you go. I had a little bit of I'm in a lag in the comments. All right, let me get back to this box. I just want to talk about that real quick because, you know, whatever, man. Some of these dudes get on my nerves, man. It's like you're trying to fault cats for any and everything they think. Santee Walton, man, the bottom line. What's going on, man? He said the best fight and the best is what boxing is. Absolutely, man. Alexander Wilson. Barry Bonds is the best baseball player of all time. Man, that dude could play. But I think he might say Josh Gibson. Josh Gibson was a monster, man, but Josh Gibson didn't get a chance to play. But I'm not tremendously, you know, the bad thing that I like about that steroid era is that my dude, God, man, my man Ken Griffey Jr. didn't get on them roids, man. It's like, man, get on them roids, Kenny. Get on the roids, dog. Lift the weights, get on roids, break all the records, man. I think Ken Griffey Jr. was super talented cat. But then, you know, Alex Juice Fiend Rodriguez jumped up in there doing his thing. D-Lo 44, man, much love in the super chat. He said those fans want to get behind one guy, hope he wins the belt, never dare to unify or move up and only fight at home. Like man, God, Darius Mikushevsky, man, I haven't heard that dude's name forever. I mean, I'm hoping. Yeah, Curtis Sanders said best player, Ken Griffey Jr. Man, that was my dude, but he wasn't juiced up, so you know he kind of fell apart, man. Craig Mack said, I played. Oh, for real? You played in that era? That's what's up. Man, it takes some skills at baseball, man. Yes, sir. Let's hit the like button. We got 175 people in the building, man. Let's make it hot. Ali Vos, I used to work out where one of the Orioles worked out, and I got to stand next to a few baseball players are huge. Yeah, dude, them dudes is juicing, man. Some of the cats that are huge, they're huge. Them dudes juicing, man. I used to hang out with a dude when I lived in Kansas City. I used to hang out with a dude that was with the Orioles, a scout. And he was like, look, man, them dudes are juicing. They're like, shit, I juice. I can make this money set for the rest of my life. I'm juicing. You don't juice. I'm going to juice. Give me that shit. Boop, boop. I'm going for it. Them cats juicing. Bowling ball, them dudes in the NFL, they're juicing. Cats in boxing, they're juicing. Did you see that dude, Baranachek, dog? Cats, he might not be juicing, but God, dog, I would hate to see Baranachek if he ain't juicing. What he look like if he juiced. That would be inhuman if Baranachek decided to juice. That's going to be my new thing. Instead of accusing people of juicing, I'm just going to look at cats and say, you know what? If that dude was juicing, he could beat up a gorilla. God, dog. I mean, being natural, dude, being able to throw that many punches, that many hard punches consistently, that type of recovery, being natural, Baranachek, man, you need to get on some juice and move up to 175 pounds, man. You're doing yourself a disservice, dog. You need to juice up, man. Usyk, you need to juice up. I mean, shoot, just imagine how much energy you would have if you were juicing, man. God, dog. Alexander Usyk not on juice, because I know he's not on juice because he never tested positive, right? So we know he's not on juice. But if he was on juice, oh my God, it would be amazing. That dude would be the greatest boxer easy of all time on juice because nobody could ever beat him. Because you imagine he'd be able to throw 3,000 punches. He'd be able to throw 3,000 punches around and actually sit down on all of them. Because right now he's throwing like 1,000 punches around and he's already 220 pounds and doesn't need to breathe for a solid round. Man, if he got on that juice, he'd be something special, dog. See, that's what I'm going to start doing because I don't know if these dudes are on juice. So I just say, man, if that dude was on juice, could you imagine how big he'd be? Could you imagine how incredible that dude would be if he was on juice? Anyway, for non-international boxing, what's good with you, my ninja? I'm chilling, man. I am absolutely chilling. Talking this boxing, talking a little extra amount of smack this morning. Lawrence Wood. Okay, let me get to this comment section, though, man. I'll get back to this. Hey, man, Justin Marsh, man, thank you, sir, man. You always show the support, man. I really appreciate you, dude. Thank you, sir. We all need to share the stream across all social media sites. Yeah, man. By the way, I'd appreciate that, man. Share my videos, man. Especially if you got, if you like them, share them. That would be cool. Roy Babin, Moses Fleetwood Walker was the first black baseball before Jackie Robinson. Was that in the late 16? Was that in the 1600s? I mean, was that in the 1800s? Man, hit me on that. Because I know there were people in there, then they got put out. Fanan, my friend went to Wake Forest to play baseball. Came back looking like an effing monster, huge as hell, all muscle. Yeah, dude, them dudes be on it, man. Come on, man. The body. Some people think that the body is changed. It's evolution. It's evolution. It's the training technique. Get the hell out of here, dude. Get the hell out of here, man. It's the nutrition, all right. I can't do football. I'm done with it. Yeah, I don't really mess with it too much. Yeah, dog, dude could beat up a gorilla if they get these dudes on juice since they clean. Fuck up out of here with their clean. Dog. AJ is on that nut juice. I don't know, man, but let me tell you something, man. Anthony Joshua needs to get on some juice because if he does, because I know he's clean. If he does, man, could you imagine how big and strong that dude would be? Dude, he'd be an easy 290, 7-8% body fat. You know, it would just be, dude could take punches, sledgehammers to the chin, you know, killer if he actually took some, if he actually got on the dope. Like Povetkin. Man, dude, Povetkin was clean as a whistle, dog. Yeah, so I'm saying Usyk he's throwing a measly 1,000 punches around, dog. If he got on that juice, he could do what, 15, 1,600 1,600? You know, on dancing on his toes, moving in and out. Oh, dude would be incredible, man. You talk about I ain't gonna say nothing about LeBron James and them big old and them bowling ball shoulders, dude. I ain't got nothing. Maybe he is, maybe he's not. You now the thing is, a jump shot, you can't juice your way to a jump shot, dog. You can't juice yourself to a jump shot. You got to be you can't juice yourself to 7 feet, 6 foot. What is he, 6'8"? You can't juice yourself to that. Now you can put on some bowling ball shoulders, let people bounce up off you. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But you basketball, highly skilled. But what you can see in what makes me suspicious about boxing is when somebody is really winning because of their activity. Like that's the main thing that pushes them over the edge is their activity, right? It's just that they keep going and going and going when other people have to take a breath. You know, that's where I'm like, I don't know. You know what I mean? What's good? What's going on? Demi Fido, what's going on, man? Alexander Wilson said Anthony Joshua was tested by VADA, so they didn't find anything. Okay. Nobody's tested. I mean, some of these dudes, yeah, man, he ain't tested positive, and neither did Lawrence. I'm not saying he is on it. I don't know. Oh, thanks. I see that, Olivoso. Man, I got a ton of emails. If I don't get to your email, man, forgive me. If I don't catch this shit when it pops up, I got to go wait till the end of the day to grab them. Fanon channel, shit, a gorilla in my ass. 5 of us with baseball bats couldn't take a gorilla. Oh, hell no. Man, hey, man, it reminds me of a debate I had with an MMA coach one time, dude. Cats were like, technique. It's like, really, technique? You think that you just gonna walk up, it's all technique? It ain't got anything to do with strength and all that, man? Please. Jump your ass in a cage with a chimpanzee and you're proud to put his ass in an arm bar. Arm bar, we ain't gonna go to a gorilla. Arm bar a chimpanzee and see how that plays out for you, dude. That mother gonna be like, the fuck? Just snatch your shit right out of socket, dog. Man, that shit is strength matters, dude. Strength matters, man. Fleetwood Walker played in 18. Yep, thank you very much. That's the cat that I'm talking about, man. I should show you let me show you. See that right over there? That's my wall. That's my black baseball. That's my Harlem Renaissance. That's one of my Ali's, and something else. And then over here, I got my other. That's my Black History ones, man. I hadn't had those things up in so long, man. But that's why, man, because he's not on my black baseball one. Thinking about auctioning off some of my autographed Ali, some of my Ali autograph photos. I got I got 3 of them up. I got 2 autographed behind me. Somebody stole my boxing gloves, man. I was so pissed off. Somebody stole I had 2 pieces of things from Ali that I cannot find. I have an autographed God, what do you call that book, man? What's the Bible for the Muslim Bible? For the Quran. I had an autographed Quran, autograph with Cassius Clay for the Quran, an autographed Quran, but he autographed it Cassius Clay, which is super crazy. That's somewhere in my parents' house. When they moved, I'm thinking one of my cousins stole it. Shit pisses me off. And I had a pair of autographed Muhammad Ali boxing gloves that I left in a cab on the way home from a Roy Jones Jr. John Ruiz fight. I left it in the cab on the way to the airport. Pissed me off, dude. Now I've only got two Ali autographs. An autographed Ali Spinks and an autographed Ali, like 1960s Ali photo. If I had those other two things, man, I might actually auction them off for a cause. But I'll wait some years for that shit till it gets some stuff. Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, man, I got some nice stuff going on. Got that got that big old mansion in Texas. Nah, man, I live in a nice size house. Nice size house, dude. Ain't no mansion, homie, but it's nice. I like it. Chimpanzee would literally rip a man's feet off. He'll eat that shit. Like, come on, man. You ain't. Some of these dudes stole the Quran. Yeah, dude stole my Quran. It was an autographed Quran because you know my family's from Louisville. My family's from Louisville, Kentucky. So my grandmother's friend Ali would give that stuff out, dude. He would give it out, and they got one, and I got it. They gave it to me because they knew I was an Ali fan. They were like, "Oh, you're gonna love this. Here you go." Gave it to my mother, and my mother's like, "I don't know where that is." For now, hopefully you don't live in a flood zone. As much as it's been raining, I don't live in a flood zone because been raining here for weeks, dude. You and Boxing Ego are streaming at the same time. Hey, man, knock it out, man. Good for him. Jay Wright, can't wait to hear Hatman's excuse for Whyte ducking Ortiz. There ain't no, dude, he's going to take, Oh, what's World Breaker? I see you say sent Chimp. You showing your age? Hey, man. Age is just a number. And the decline of your muscularity. Fanon, I was Fanon. Oh, hell no, nah, Fanon. I know you was pissed. Oh man, I'm pissed, dog. Super pissed, man. I'd rather be here than with Ego. That's what's up. Hey man, I appreciate you hanging with me, man. Okay, World Breaker fight. I'll do that, man. And hope it ain't a picture of a chimp eating somebody's face, dog. Because I know damn well I don't see nobody's chimp eating nobody's face, man. I know them shits. You, Carlos Valdez, yeah, that's cool. I usually going on. Hey, this is the time I go on every morning, man. Every 6 days a week. 5 days a week this time for sure. 6 days a week. Sometimes it'll vary a little earlier on Saturdays. Let me go through this, man. But so nice pieces for now. Yeah, man. For now, check out hairless chimpanzees. You see the muscle mass on those things. Oh, hell yeah. All them shits are like, whoa. Yeah, man. I ain't seen no hairless gorilla, but dude, them things are crazy strong, man. And they got them tendons too, real thick tendons. Man, they're so strong. There's like, do you realize you're not as strong as like some of the moderate sized monkeys? Like some of the monkeys in trees. And I'm not talking about apes. No, it's monkeys in trees will mangle you. We ain't the strongest. We're not the strongest of the apes by far. And my man said Quran. Yes, sir. Fanon. Hopefully you don't live in the flood zone. Nope. Okay. Will do, man. Hell no, Fanon. You was. Oh, I was. Gorilla smash any human. Oh, for sure, dude. But they're really not. They seem to be real. Boxing Eagle got some new shit going on over there. What's that? What kind of shit he got going on over there? The wordplay. No, it's showing the muscles. Oh, the muscle sculpture of a chimp. Yeah, man, them shits is ridiculously strong. For now, what's your time zone? I live in the central time zone, man. Said, dang, man, not even 100 likes, man. I don't have any dislikes though. That's what's upsetting me. I'm like, I'm being too nice, dog. I'm being way too nice. Fuck Eddie Hearn. Fuck Eddie Hearn. Damn, still no dislikes, dog. We are the only descendants from the great apes. Apes are amazing. Dude, we are a great ape, dude. We are a great ape. We're not just a descendant from great apes. We are great apes. This kills me how people don't like. That's I always thought like. Now I'm talking about animals, right? And people might get super, super, super offended by this. But why aren't we an ape? You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah! It is like yes, 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 yes. Derrick Rose, baby, he was killing them boys, killing them boys. Derrick Rose, man, Chi-Town, baby, Southside. Yep, do your thing, man. Yes, that was beautiful, man. That along with Tiger Woods, man. I love it when a cat shows you that stick-to-itiveness works, man. Merv come and said, truth, we are apes. Yeah, we are apes. You know, so I mean, if we're an animal, we're an animal, right? If we're an animal and all animals fit into groups, what group do we fit into? You know, what group do we fit into? Yeah, we're a great ape. I mean, that's who we be. We got what 99% of the same, the 99% of the same genes as a chimpanzee. You got 99.9% of the same shit, dude. You are related. This is what it is. He said, no, I ain't no bitch or nothing, but I damn near dropped a tear for Rose. Yeah, man, I'm real happy for Derrick Rose, man. I'm real happy for him, man. Oh, Boxing Mind TV said, for now, what did you think about the show, The Contender? I haven't watched it yet, but I'm going to watch it. But I'm going to watch it with these shows, with these series now, I'm going to watch, I binge watch them. We are not from fucking apes. Science has shown non-Africans are not from animals. We're an animal. How can we not be from animals? You say I'm not a ape, I'm a god. I'm just trying to tell you. Just you a god that got 97% of the same shit that an ape does. You a god that walks like an ape. You got a god with a opposable thumb like an ape. You know, you might be elevated, more intelligent, more, you know, closely connected to the wisdom of the world. But dude, stay humble, man. I'm just saying, stay humble, man. There's nothing, I mean, god dog, man. There's nothing wrong with them. Humans aren't the smartest animals either. Dolphins and whale are bigger brains and don't have thumbs. Look, man, I know that might be offensive to people. I'm just saying, we are what we are. What I see is a bunch of people that look like apes. Like every time somebody, man, I'm clowning, dog. I'm clowning a little bit. But every time somebody says, oh, you guys look like monkeys. So do you. I mean, shit, so do you. It's exactly what you look like. That's exactly what you do. You got little itty bitty lips, straight hair. There you go. The only difference between me and an ape is I stand up straighter and my hair is nappy. And their hair is straight. I don't know, man. I'm not going to get into the difference between Europeans and the Neanderthals and all that. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm not going to get into that. I don't want to insult anybody, man, because people might take stuff the right way, man. Everybody comes from the same, man. We come from God. We come from somewhere. All I know is where you are right now, and some of y'all are on my damn nerves. Wherever you came from, you on my nerves right about now. Some of y'all are not. I don't know, man. I want to see. That's why I mess with Neely Fuller Jr., man, because I want to think more about like, all right, how can I make my life more constructive? How can I get to where I'm going, where I want to go? And I want my son to live a constructive life, and I want my son to be able to achieve the things that he achieves, and hopefully we can all get in a better place. And you know what I mean? For now, back to D Rose. I wish he had a better career. All them injuries suck. Yeah, it is. But God dog, he made a lot of money, dog. God dog, he made a lot of money. But it is what it is. Sometimes people, that's his path, man. That's his path. That's like the path of, like, you know who reminds me? So boxing is Ego is broadcasting at 7 to 8 a.m. infiltrating the LDBC audience. Hey, man, he can do what he want to do. Hey, man, it's a free world, man. You want to listen to Boxing Ego, listen to Boxing Ego. I got no issues with that, dude. I'm feeling good about it, man. Because let me tell you, I'll tell you this. I believe in a community of people that want to be in the community of people. You know what I mean? If you want to watch, Boxing Ego, man, knock yourself out, man. Knock yourself out, dude. I'm sure that brother has something good to say about boxing. You know, I don't have an issue with that. If you want to watch the Boxing Voice, man, knock yourself out. Watch the Boxing Voice. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be here tomorrow morning. I'll be here tomorrow morning right after Trill Boxing Talk, dude. If he wants to go live at the same time, man, knock himself out. You know what I mean? He's a good. I don't got any problem. Got no problem. Eagle can't stop him. You know. Yeah, he said ain't no contention. Yeah, man. And for me, it ain't a competition. I'm not tripping. Honestly, Ego shares some same views. Yeah. Fanon, how's your training going? Well, man. Well, I'm addicted to working out. I never would have thought, man. Ever since I ran track, dude. Because I ran my sport that I competed with in high school and in college was track. And I'm going to tell you, God dog, man, I was so sick of running. I hate running. It really, really burned me out on running. And now I'm lifting. Like I get on the bike and ride hard for a half an hour. And then for 45 minutes, I'm lifting. Sometimes I do compound lifts. I'm loving it, man. I feel my body changing. I feel myself getting strong. I'm doing pull-ups. Like when I first started working out maybe 2.5 months ago, dude, I couldn't even do an assisted pull-up. But I've never had really strong shoulders because that's not what I did. But now I'm working myself towards where I can do those workouts that Blu-ray has up. Shout out to Blu-ray, who's Aerosmith Jr.'s trainer. Got a channel. He does he's big into calisthenics. Now I wish I could do all that. I'm a little old in my knees. I'm worried about my knees, dog. But man, I'm loving working out. I'm like shit. I got to take a day off today. I don't want to take a day off. I want to go work out. I want to get fine, dog. I want to look good. That's my thing. I'm pulling it like the age I'm getting. We used to walk around like super confident shit because I was always good with girls. I ain't the best looking dude in the world, but I ain't the raggediest looking dude either. So I was always like, yeah, I can always get girls. Now I'm feeling like, you know what? I really want my body to look good for my wife so that she doesn't have to see shit hanging here and there, Handstands, Fanon, do handstands. God, I will break my damn neck if I do a handstand. I'll try to work up to it, man, but I'm working on them calisthenics, man. Let me go to my super chat, man. Thank you, Domo Easy, man. Hey, dude, now this Domo Easy is an example of a dude that rides with Terrence Crawford. And I like Terrence Crawford too, man. We have our back and forth, man, but thank you, Domo Easy. Watch a documentary on YouTube called Mother Eve. It's about the gene from an African woman who basically populated the world. It's very good. Yeah, I'm familiar with it, man. I'm familiar with it. Yeah, I mean, like creation's a woman. Absolutely. But I will specifically check it out since you requested it. I do believe that I've seen it. Man, I spent a lot of time with going through for months, man, like Sheikh Auntie Diop. Like I would watch all the interviews and all the stuff, and I tried to read his book. I kind of stopped in the middle of Sheikh Auntie Diop's book, but I have it. It's in my garage, like packed. I haven't taken out my library yet. And I was pissed because in the house I was at before, it flooded and it mildewed a bunch of my books, man. God, dog, that pissed me off. But I would listen to Sheikh Auntie Diop talked a lot about that, man. So yeah, but I'll get to it for sure. Fanon, do you have an email address you can share? Absolutely. Here. Always, dude. Always. There you go. Do you have an email address you can share? I'm trying to look at the name of the person that asked for that because, okay, 100. Sorry, man. There you go. All right, man. There you go. Send it to you, dude. Fanon, you have a few dislikes now talking about humans and apes. Oh, yeah, you don't like it, man. What you want me to do, dog? You know, every dog is a wolf, man, or every dog is that African wild dog, or whatever the hell that is. You know, we're all living beings. Don't don't cry about it, dog, because I called you an ape. I'm just kind of playing, man. I mean, an ape is what it's a name that something is given to an organism. If we're not that, if we don't fit that, we don't fit that. That's fine. I ain't tripping. Oh, Texas Bubba says, I hope they strip him. Nah, I hope that what he says is true. I hope they really fight. I don't want him to strip. I don't want to strip him now. Don't strip him now. Please don't strip Thurman now. If Thurman is going to fight Sean Porter, do it. Do it. Put both of those belts on and let Sean Porter or Keith Thurman unify those two belts. Now let's move on about it, man. People stay in denial about a great deal of shit. Yeah, I mean, you know, it is what it is, man. See, a lot of that stuff is rooted in religion. A lot of that stuff is rooted in religion. I'm packing more than that. player. Oh man, you funny dude. Is Thurman really coming to fight Porter without tune-ups now? I don't know. Don't sound too real to me. But hey, man, if they offer him enough money, he's like, I got this badass. What is he from Taiwan? This bad Taiwanese chick, or what is he? Nepal? Where's Nepal? Wherever Nepal is from, you know. But yeah, dude, World Breaker, that's got a lot to do with people's religious beliefs. I grew up in a town super right-wing religious cats. All the black people were religious right-wing cats that took stuff super literally. So anyway, man, I would tell this dude, I was like, we were having this debate. A preacher's son, and dude's a preacher to this day. Dude goes to Africa, taking money out of the community he lives in to take planes to Africa to go save somebody a continent away from himself, as if you couldn't go to Maywood. I still ask that dude, why can't you go? Do you need a plane to go to Maywood? You know what I'm saying? Do you need a plane to go to Inglewood neighborhood in Southside? But okay, you want to do it, you want to do it. That's you. But we had this issue about dominion over the animals. I was like, dominion over the animals? You mean like you think a God loves a chimp? You think God loves a chimpanzee less than he loves you? Yes, I do. I was like, why would you think that? Why would you think that? Why? It shit makes no sense to me. Do you know Boyce Watkins personally? No, I do not. He's in Chicago on the South Side, though. But no. Dr. Boyce Watkins is kind of funny to me, man. I don't know necessarily how a PhD on in finance really puts you in a good position to tell people how to create businesses. I don't see that. I see how that can help you finance businesses and run your personal finances. I don't see how that helps you generate customers. There's a big difference between he's from Louisville, and I'm not from Louisville. I'm from Chicago. He's from Louisville, and he's from Louisville. Hey, World Breaker, I don't know if I'm gonna be on that long, man, for that, man. We can plan one out tomorrow. I'm only gonna be on about another 15 minutes because I got like a hard stop. Thurman don't want to see EJ man down. I don't know, man. But yeah, I got done, man. Good morning. Good morning, Fana. My wife and I love the show. Great breakdown this morning. Man, I appreciate it. Hey, World Breaker, that's cool, man. Let's do tomorrow morning for sure. Later today, I'm supposed to do with Best Fight the Best TV. Was Thurman? I don't know if Thurman's thing was legit or not. But back to this thing about that, man. I'm telling you, people take anything, especially World Breaker, on a religious subject, because we want to talk about that religious stuff. I'm going to have to take right now. I don't have to take my video down. In about 5 minutes of this conversation, I won't allow this thing won't be able to stay up. Yeah, who knows, man? 2 years without a fight. I don't know. I do not know. Marcel, Amenhotep said, well, Boy says he teaches people how to start small businesses with his black business school he does online. Yeah, starting a business. Yeah, I can see how that would be able to start a business. People that know how to sell are the people that can tell you how to really create a business. Like for me, and I haven't listened to him enough. Maybe he has an expertise in this, but to me, you don't really have a business unless you have a customer. The hardest thing about a business is getting people to buy what you sell. That's really the hardest thing, is getting somebody to buy what you sell. And so you have to have sales skill. You have to have sales skills. You got to have marketing skills, and you have to have like people relationships. You have to have relationships, and you got to actually be able to produce something of value. So when somebody talks about starting a business, yeah, I can understand that. I can help you start a business. I can get your business incorporated, up and running. I can get your up and together pretty quickly, like inside of 4 hours. Probably less than that. Robert Harrison says Jesus saves. Okay. TKLA original will get deeper than you think. It's like I try to stay away from that, man. I really, really do, man. I really try to stay away from it. I read a book one time that I'm not going to say the name of the book, but seriously, man, this thing was like, whenever I talk to a pastor now, I'm like, asking about 2 questions, and if they don't answer, they'll give me the answer, and I'll be like, oh, okay. Nice knowing you, dude. Like, I'm not into giving them my money. Jesus saved 14 million from Africa who went to heaven in the Atlantic. Come on, see, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to even do that, man. Boyce's knowledge of financial markets is better than his knowledge of entrepreneurship. Now, that makes sense because that's what he studied. That's what he knows. That's what he knows. Now, if he's giving you advice on how to invest and how to like do the stock market, like invest in the stock market and all that, that would seem to me like that would be, right down his alley. But if you want to know how to run a business, like, want to know how to get customers and do that type of stuff, most people that are writing courses on that stuff they're doing that with you. You know what I'm saying? They're doing that with you. That's Boyce Watkins is selling you to you. The person that he's selling to, you're his business. You know what I mean? The people that are paying for that business school, that's his business. And to the extent that he's successful doing that, tells you that he'll know how to do that because he's doing it to you. He's selling to you. Fanan, are you getting a Patreon account down the line? I have one, and I'm getting it and I'm doing a video after I get done with this. After I get done with this, I'm going to do that. But it's going to be not about boxing. It's going to be about like how do you grow a business? Like how there's a guy that asked me a question about getting along with a relationship with his wife. Like there's some things that I can help you with, man. With that regard, like I've been married for 20 years. My 20th anniversary is coming up next weekend. Is my 20th anniversary. And I've had hard times. Me and my wife have been through hard times. And I'm one of the very few people that I know that got past it with their wife. Most people that have had the issues that I've had with my wife got divorced. And I didn't get divorced. And our marriage is better than it ever was before we went through our problems. So I can tell you how I did it. And I did it. And it was about changing myself. And changing how I viewed the world and what I considered my role in our relationship, And then just give you a short of the video, man. A marriage is a partnership, and it's a business, really. And the best advice that I ever got, the way that you stay married is you stay married. Number one, you got to pick a woman. You got to marry the right person. You got to marry a person that's in for the long haul, right? Sometimes, man, marrying completely for love or marrying completely for passion, that shit doesn't last. But if you know somebody wants to raise a family, wants to raise kids, you have somebody that you can work with. Marriage is always a business from the beginning of time. Yeah, it is. It is the romantic portion of it is very, very overrated, man. Very, very overrated, man. Some brothers say marriage is war. I mean, you going to war together. You're going to war together. Congratulations on making the 20th year even better. Thank you, sir. Yeah, you're going to war together against the world because you guys are together making it your way through life. Making your way through life. And you have goals. It's purposeful, man. You know what I mean? What's going on, man? What's going on, Ashley's Corner? Oh man, Ashley's Corner. I love that video you did on Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford. I was lifting weights when I was listening to it. You said something that I couldn't say about why they hating on Errol. Some of these people hating on Errol Spence. I think that you are right. Tell me that you know what I mean when I do this. Why you said some of them cats are hating on Errol Spence. Don't hate on him because he's this. You said basically like, look, don't hate on Errol. Some of y'all hating on Errol Spence because of a particular reason. What is slightly different about Errol Spence Jr. than Terrence Crawford? Hating on him because he's not this. And I was like, that's got a lot of validity. I think that's got a lot of validity to that. Because there's a color prejudice in our community, and it goes both ways. Prejudice and animosity. Marriage is no joke, especially when you're in business together. Yeah, it's no joke, man. But see, here's the thing. This is my thing about marriage. And like I said, I'm going to do a video on it, but I'll do this. You're going, bam, damn it. That's supposed to be my first Patreon video, but I'll do it. You got to really, for me, the thing that changed mine was that I started thinking of my wife as if she was more valuable than I am. I'm not saying that I'm without value, but that she was more valuable than I am. And if you think about it like that, you wind up it's easier to do for her the things that she really wants you to do. Right? To do the things that she really wants you to do, and to look ahead and do the things that she needs you to do. And if you're actively participating like that with your partner, she will feel as if you appreciate her. And if she feels like that she knows that you appreciate her, then a lot of that stress coming around with not feeling appreciated is going to go away. A lot of the times with me, because I had a big ego. I always felt like there was something, like at times I would feel like there was something better out there, right? Like, oh, this woman would do this for me, or if I didn't have this situation, I could do that. But once I prioritized her, then I started dealing with her in a way where I would start anticipating what she wanted. And a lot of times when you start anticipating what people want and you can do it before they ask, it kills a lot of arguments way ahead of time, man. Way ahead of time. But at the same time, it's a balance, because you have to understand that if you're not happy, you got to communicate that to her in a way that she can appreciate that. Because if she's making you miserable, she's got to understand why she's making you miserable. And then she's going to have to work towards taking that approach with you too, man. But it's not, like I said, it's not easy. D74 said, facts for non. Problem is most boys don't understand how to treat a woman and lift her up. Yeah, man, my wife thinks that I'm her biggest supporter. And I am, without a doubt. I'm her biggest supporter. And once I became her biggest supporter, she could come and started relying on me to talk about things. Instead of feeling like I thought she was dragging behind me. Once I became her biggest supporter and I'm into her, like what she's trying to do, like her getting her PhD or her doing this, like, you need to do, listening to her and trying to help her get where she's going in life, then you become her ally. You know what I mean? And that's what I think. Maybe that's the best way to say it. Become your wife's ally. And you guys should be allies in life. St. Cruz, to make a marriage work, it takes two working at it. Absolutely. And if she's not doing it, it's not going to work. You can't do it all by yourself. You can't do it all by yourself. That's why I always thought that the most important thing about a woman that you're going to marry is you also have to marry the right woman. You know what I mean? And go into it with the right way. It's like raising a child. You're going to raise a child. It's hard to raise a child that was an accident. You know, it really is hard to raise a child that's an accident because you weren't prepared for it. So you're wrong-footed from the beginning. Your relationship with your wife isn't quite what you want it to be, or your girlfriend is not quite what you want it to be. You know, you have an idea. You don't even have an idea what you want to achieve. You know, it's like going into anything without knowing what you want to do. If you don't have an end goal with it, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to manage on a day-to-day basis, you know, to prioritize things, right? To be committed to things. For now, me and my old lady at war right now. Cold War got me making my own lunch and shit right now. Hey, make your own lunch, dog. Take it off her plate. You know what I mean? Take it off her plate. My wife is a clean freak. I mean, a clean freak. So my wife will tell me in a minute, like, I've done 40 things today. I can't work as hard as her, dude. I work hard. I don't work nearly as hard as my wife does. But she's just because she's always going. And sometimes I'll tell her, dude, you never like the term accident. I can appreciate that. Comment section is brutal. Fanon, you and my old lady. Okay, what comment? Communication is the most vital thing within a marriage. Yep. One night stand children are the worst relationships for women. Yeah, one night stand children. That's going to be tough, man. Marcel, you talking crazy. We've been hard on Bud Crawford for the past 2 years, holding Spence accountable for 1 month and uncapping please. Who's been hard on Crawford? Who's been hard on Crawford? I've been carrying. Hey, I'm going to jump in on that Crawford. I've been carrying Crawford pom-poms, dog. You kidding me? I need a freak that likes everything clean. Oh, my God, dog. She likes oh, you're tripping, though. My wife is like clean freak, dude. My wife, we got a housekeeper, dude. We got a housekeeper. My wife cleans the house before the housekeeper comes. Peep that. Like, she got a lady comes clean the house once a week or once every other week, whatever it is. Dude, my wife will clean the damn house before she comes. It's crazy. But look, man, on the real, ain't people been carrying pom-poms for Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford fans want to jump on other cats. Well, that's a waste of money. Oh, no, it is not a waste of money. No, that ain't a waste of money. That's the best. That's the best money I ever spend. Trust me, it's the best money I spend. You know why? Because then my wife does not have to go around the house cleaning floorboards with toothbrushes, which she will do and bitch about the whole time. If my wife wants a damn housekeeper for once a week or once every other week, I'm buying that shit. Kidding me? Buying it. My dog is not neutered. Do you know how much problems I'm having for not cutting the nuts off this dog? Like, I had this be like, I am not doing it. Okay? I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And at a certain point in time, she kept coming at me. But every once in a while, that's what I'm saying. Every once in a while, when something is important to you, you got to lay it down. I am not cutting this dog's testicles off. Okay? I'm not doing it. You keep telling me I'm going to do it. I'm not doing it. Okay? I'm not doing it. Oh, what happened here? Hello? Oh, I don't know what happened with that. All right. Anyway, I'm not doing it, dude. I'm not doing it, dog. I'm not doing it. She kept on going at me. I'm like, I'm not doing. You are not. And I had a conversation with him. I'm like, you're not respecting my decision. I'm not doing it. If you keep asking me to do it, I'm going to do it and I'm going to hold it against you. But at this point in time, you're making my life miserable because you don't agree with something that I said. I don't want to do it. That's that. I don't want to see that. Okay. I don't think that's my right to do that to that dog. I don't want it anyway. So eventually she left it alone. I know she's talking to my daughter now about it. Every time the dog is biting, every time the dog barks, she's like, that's because I didn't cut the dog's nuts off. like she'll say neuter, or spade. What is it, spade or neutered? She'll say, it's because it's not neutered. I'm like, no, the dog's gonna bark. But 10 other things. What house do we live in? We live in a ranch house. Okay. Are we going to get this BMW truck? I don't want to get a BMW truck. I do not want a $600 a month car note. She said the shit 10 times now. So I'm like, okay, we'll get the BMW SUV. Okay, we'll get it. Okay, we'll do it. But we got to put a real big deposit down on it so that we don't have to have these crazy monthly payments. Okay, or I got to find a way to lease it or something. I don't want that. The shit costs too much money. And every time the thing busts, it's going to cost a bunch of money to do it. But if she really wants to do it eventually, I got to do it, dog. But she got to understand the same thing. At a point in time, man, we both living in the same lane. St. Cruz, I can't neuter my dogs. No way. It's like, man, I'm not going to I'm going to cut a dog's nut. Terrible, dude. And I did it one time. See, that's the thing. I did it for one time because I had a dog that's now an older dog, lives with her mother, right? Lives with her mother. I did it. I was so upset for it. I was upset for it for months. Still upset about it. I mean, but really upset about it. Because for some reason I was like not paying attention. And when they were like, oh, we're going to do this, I was like, oh, you're going to do like a vasectomy, dude. Thought it was going to be like a vasectomy. But it wasn't a vasectomy. It was like it was like castration. I'm like, you castrating the damn thing? You want me to castrate the dog? See, and that thing to me be what's going on Rough House Boxing to me. And then they would use these arguments, right? Which is like, it's not responsible because what if he has puppies and the puppies go homeless? I'm like, isn't that the same like eugenics argument that they use for black folk? Like, we need to sterilize these Negroes because, they're just going to have poor children. They're just going to have poor, uneducated children that wind up committing crime. So let's euthanize. If not euthanize, let's sterilize them. I mean, it's the same. I was like, oh no, dog. But anyway, man, I'm off the top. But see, me and my wife have those disagreements. I'm not doing that. But the things that I will do, 80-20 for me, dude. And it's another thing. It's like learning your thing is 80-20, dude. 20% of the things, man, I'm gonna win more than likely. But it's not gonna be big things. Babe, will you go to the store? All right, I'll put my shoes on, go walk out the store. Anyway, it is. It is what it is, man. For now, don't buy that truck. I ain't buying that damn truck. I do not want to buy that damn truck, dude. I don't want to do it. I do never want another money problem, dude, in my life. I get funny when my money's funny. Yeah, those type of card notes are more common than you think. $1,500. Who got a $1,500 a month car note? That's definitely a mortgage. Muhammad is the one. For now, remember that commercial when the little girl asked her mom, what does neutering mean? And the dog heard a word and hopped out the car. Exactly, dude. Like, what are you trying to do to me? Nah, dude, I'm not gonna buy that car. Today I say I'm not gonna buy that car. But if she keeps going with it, gotta make the mistake. Gotta make the mistake, dude. Gotta make that mistake. Because it's seriously, I mean, it's shit, she earns a lot of money. I ain't gonna lie, my wife is making dough. So if she want to waste a good chunk of her monthly income on that, okay. But here's the thing. I pushed my wife to the point where she did that. My wife wanted to just stop and do something else a bunch of times. I was like, no, you got to keep going, babe. You will forever regret if you do not do this. Even taking this job, my wife is somebody that will sit comfortable. She's like, well, I don't know. Should I leave? Because she was a professor for the University of Kansas. And she was like, oh, should I leave? What I made this promise. I've got a contract. I was like, get the fuck out that contract. Bye. How much did they just offer you? Bye. Because if they didn't want to, if they cut your budget, if they cut the budget, they ain't going to ask you, oh, we feel real bad about doctor not having, we're not being able to pay the doctor. Well, hey, man, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Get. For that type of money, you got to get, babe. You got to get. So she listened to me, But her, she's the best, though. That's my baby. What's going on, Stefano Martinez, man? I appreciate you, man. So I got a 5-bedroom house for $1,500. Tell me about it. Can't imagine life without nuts. No, dog. My settlement was we didn't get 2 dogs. Because I was like, I want to get 2 dogs. I didn't think it was fair to the dog not to have 2 dogs. Like, she'll get 2 dogs and spay the chick. She can still use her parts. It ain't going to get pregnant. I know I got a cat that's spayed. She out there got male cats all around the house, dog. Melbrook, join the channel. I'll do it today. That's a fact. Okay, what's good? Chop Money. I forgot what's a fact, man. I forgot what's a fact. Man, I appreciate y'all talking to me this morning, though, man. I really, really do. Got to tell you, I really, really, really do. This is a lot of fun. This live stream is a lot of fun. Chop Money for now. You buying that truck? That ain't no question marking on it. It's not a truck. It's a SUV. You know what I mean? Like with a hatchback or something. Because we got a dog, and the dog is a big dog. And right now we got a smaller car, a fuel efficient car, a car that costs me $25 a week in gas money. $25 a week in gas money, and I drive all the time. I'm like, you kidding me? What do I ever? I don't never. I want a stick shift. Number one, I want to get a stick shift, and I want to get a stick shift, and I want a fuel efficient, because I get sick of $30, $40, $50 rolling off that gas. World Break, I'll be doing a show on how to purchase a vehicle from A to Z. Any credits? That's what's up. I'll check it out. Hey, and by the way, again, Stefano Martinez, much love in the super chat, man. I appreciate you, man. Buy an Expedition late model and be done with it. Buy used. Oh, I buy used. $25 a week gas. Yes. $25 a week gas. And that's if I go crazy with it. That's if I go crazy with it. If all I'm doing is going back and forth to school because I work from home, I'm not going to spend that. Buy some stocks instead of a car. Yeah. Oh, my God. Did I tell y'all? Oh, my God. I found some money. I was happy. I found some money the other day because I put some money into an account that I didn't know. I forgot. Like, completely forgot. And I got a piece of mail, and I was like, what is this? Or my wife asked, she's like, what is this? I said, Bright Start Savings. I was like, oh, that's that money. That was a college fund that I was doing for Alice, my daughter, when my daughter was born. And I changed jobs since then, and I completely forgot about it. I stopped contributing to it and forgot about it. Man, I called them puppies up, and I was like, how much money's in that damn account? She sent me the check next. I'm going to call. Actually, I didn't say. I said, hold on, because I'm going to say, but they're going to send me that check next week because my daughter goes to college this year. What type of account? It was in a college savings account. And it grew. Made me a believer. D74 said, I need somebody to break down the stock and explain regular stock and penny stock. Penny stock, I understand, is some bullshit. Penny stock, isn't that penny stock on like some like real marginal ass companies that have low value? Chop Money says, send me the check pronto. Send me that shit pronto. I was like, what? I'll buy a car with that shit. That's enough to buy a car. Like, oh, really? I'll put that money on a car and have a $100 a month car note. but then just pay that shit off. Yeah, it's junk stocks. Penny stocks, that should sound like a con to me. I've listened to that penny stock conversation before because they ever always open to try to find a way to make money. He said, I can hold my own money. Yeah. It's just crazy, man. Like, if I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't want to dissuade that because I know people that say that they put money away and made money like that. So, you know, I don't want to say that it ain't worth anything. Why not? I dabble in penny stocks all the time. That's what's up. Penny Alexander Wilson, do you know stocks well? I'm looking for somebody, man, to do that, man. You can get on the channel and consult these people on these stocks. I'm not good with it, man, but I do know how to not spend money or try not to, even though I've been a little bit crazy, man, with it lately. Like, because I'm on this damn diet, dog, and I'm like, I gotta find something to eat. Fanon, you dropped so many jewels, I'm gonna start calling you pops. What's up? I'm old enough, man. I've been around, dog. That's the thing. I've been around. I've done fucked up a lot. Okay? I've done fucked up a lot. All right. You know what the best advice I could give to young dudes that smoke weed every day? Stop doing it. Go to once a week. Pick up a cup of coffee, smoke weed once a week. You'll save a lot of money. You'll save a lot of money and a lot of headache. But keep enjoying it, but cut back, man. There's a lot of cats that smoke weed every day, constantly. Man, be careful, man. Be careful. Especially what they're about to start putting on these streets. Hey, man. They're going to start doing. Oh, Tyree said I smoke 4 a day. Yeah, that was what I was doing. I wasted a lot of money on weed, man. And your endurance and your tolerance goes really, really, really high. Yeah, you gain time and your tolerance goes through the roof. So it's not like it's even as enjoyable. Like 3.5. Stop. Yeah, don't smoke. Yeah, that's what I would say. I slow down, man. Slow down. Go or detox every once in a while and get that shit. Just cut it down because you'll save a ton of money. If you smoke one, you'll save twice the money. And if you was like me, it was like $400. Dude, I think 1,000. I was easily 1,000 a month, dude. Easily 1,000 a month. And that was back. I ain't touched it in 7 years. Oh, for free? Hey, well, that's something else. Hey, now the cats that are in business. Now I'm not saying you're in business. I said, damn, you're right about that. For now, that money adds up. It does. Just save yourself that, man. Disney stock is a good one too. I used to spend the same amount for now. Yeah, man, I spent a ton of money on that, man. Ton of money on that I don't spend now. He said, "Roll mine free." Hey, if it's free, it ain't too much I can say about you, dog. What is penny stocks? Penny stocks are those somebody can explain it to you better than I can, man. I was thinking about doing penny stocks because I'm looking for another way to make money, dude. I am. Because I want to be able to give more money to these kids, man. I really do. I want to be able to find a way to do that, man. And also have something I can do in retirement. Because I'm looking for my retirement job right now. Anything free is good. Anything's free is good unless they try to trap you with it and start charging you with that shit later. How do you detox? You get off of shit for like a month. That's how you detox. You get off of it for a month. Don't touch it for a month. That's it. You can buy some detox products or whatever, but don't touch it for a month. How do you detox off weed? You stop smoking it. Period. And you got to let it run its course through your body. Hey, thanks, Chop Money. That's what it is. Drink water, exercise. Yeah, you gotta stop and let it get through just let it go through your system till it's out. You know what I mean? Carlin said it keeps calling me, man. It keeps calling me. But are you smoking blunts though? If they're blunts, that's not the. Here's the thing. If they're blunts, it's not the WEED calling you. It's that rap calling you. That's the danger. Now, that's the thing. Make sure what's calling you isn't that cigar. If that cigar is calling you, if you're doing it with a cigar, that cigar is calling you. Because the most addictive thing in that is the cigar. It's not that. If it's a paper, that's different. Just telling you. You'd be like, dang, I just need another one and another one. That's because you're smoking cigarettes. Smoking really, really powerful cigarettes. Raw ones used to be backwoods every day. See, backwoods too. That stuff's nicotine's addictive. It's the nicotine. More than likely, it's the nicotine calling you. So just be, you got like if you got a nicotine addiction on top of it, you know what I mean? Oh, King Willie took care of us. What's up, King? You from Memphis, right? Dutch Master. Yeah, that's a ton of yeah, dog, that's a ton of it, man. That's a ton of nicotine in there. Oh, word, I just learned something. Thank you. Yeah, man, yeah. It's not going to be the weed, it's the cigar that's going to get you. Oh, man, Matt B said Hearn smoking something serious to put Whyte versus Chisora on pay-per-view in the UK. Man, them dudes going to buy that nonsense. They're going to buy that nonsense. They're going to buy that nonsense. Cigar paper is tobacco. Yep, it is. Yeah, I would change to but see, that's how I knew it was the cigar in a large part, because once he the vaporizer or whatever, I didn't enjoy it off the vaporizer. Raw papers. Isn't Chisora Whyte? Yeah, this is the Whyte Chisora 2. Whyte Chisora 2. They're going to put that on pay-per-view feed. Y'all are UK dudes, you're going to pay $25 for Whyte Chisora 2. That's a pay-per-view card, man. And it's not us, right? There's something wrong with Deontay Wilder, because Deontay Wilder, Luis Ortiz isn't, but Derek Chisora and Dillian Whyte. Maybe there's something wrong with Deontay Wilder because he can't get on pay-per-view fighting Bermain Severn. But there ain't something wrong with you for paying. I suggest that there's something wrong with you for paying for Dillian Whyte versus Derek Chisora 2. You kidding me? Yeah, it was Tank gain a grip. Yeah, it was a good fight. But it ain't pay-per-view. She went back, watch the first one again. Oh, the Boxing Voice promoting the zone now. They must be getting a check. Boop. Oh, put your wheat in the cookie dough. Oh, now that has me. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, dog. That taking a trip to Denver, it's all I can do not to take a trip to Denver. It's all I can do. It's like my wife went up there for a retreat or something with her girlfriends, and she was like, what can I do? How can I not? I got to make sure that I don't do this. I'm like, don't do it. Just tell them no. Tell them you get tested at work. You can't do it. She's like, it'd be the designated driver, because her girls get blazed. Damn chicks get blazed. I love my girls. I love my wife's girlfriends, man. They be getting ripped. I don't get ripped on. I don't get ripped on the ganja, but they do. So my wife was like, man, we were came through. They said they stopped in Denver and got a bunch of edibles and all kind of stuff and drove back to Kansas City with it, dog. What's going on, Jay Good? Yes, sir. Let me keep my promise, Jay Good. Let me make sure I get it on your Jay Good in the building. Hold on. Add moderator. Jay Good, you now have your wrench, friend. Welcome back to the channel. I'm sorry that it took so long. Sorry it took you so long to get that worked out, man. Oh, there's some edibles ain't no joke. Hey, man, them chicks stocked up. Them chicks stocked up. But I was like, hey, they just don't do it. What's going on, Dakota Clark? How you feel? I'm chilling, man. Hey, Dakota Clark, did you change your name or do you just got the same? You know what? That looks like Gary Benson's. You look just from a distance because I can't see the definition of your face. That looks like Gary Benson. But what's going on, Dakota Clark? Cali letting you get on the plane with it now? Really? Because they don't check you coming up out that joint in any other city. Not that I ain't been on a plane in a while. I cannot stand. I was on a plane so much, dude. And woo, planes and suits. Planes and suits. Oh, that's what's up, Jay Good. Cool. Half of the NBA players are, of course they are. You know? Oh, so they have you in outer space? I don't need to see that then. I don't need that then. What's up, Fanon? Come to Portland and Seattle. We'll take care of you with anything cannabis. That's what's up. Portland. My niece just moved from Portland to New York, man. I haven't been to Portland in a while. You can have one on your car, 2 here in Cali. Legal here in Vegas. Yeah, they're going to legalize that everywhere now, man. Eventually, they're going to go everywhere with that. Because the right-winger dudes are going to, because, dude, them right-wing cats ain't going to live forever trying to get away with not legalizing that. Because you got a whole generation of cats that grew up with that, with it not being something that they think poorly of. And there's a lot of money to be made in it. And if there's a lot of money to be made in it, eventually it's like fracking. Everybody knows that crap is wrong, but they're gonna make a lot of money at it, so it's legal beagle. It's all over here in Washington and the Tri-Cities, and you smoke walking down the street. God, dog. Chicago going to be the last to legalize. I thought they are. No, they decriminalized it. Yeah, them cats up north will keep that shit from happening. They probably need to though, because God dog, it'll cut the economy out. A lot of that economy out. For now, do you think Arrow will take years off Mikey's career like Tito did Fernando Vargas? I have a belief that could happen. It definitely could happen. Man, did you read what Rob Bryant said about sparring Errol Spence Jr.? Read that boxing scene article on that, man. That was real wild, man. Dude was like, that cat bruised my hand through 16-ounce gloves. That dude can really punish you. And I also read what not Errol Smith, but Sugar Ray Leonard said about the mistake that Marvin Hagler made fighting him. And he was like, look, he made a mistake trying to box me, and he got behind. And once I got up in rounds, that was the problem. But he messed up not trying to impose his will on me. If Errol Spence Jr. goes in there trying to just impose his will on him, yeah, he could ruin Mikey. Because there's only so much cute If Mikey cannot hurt him with a straight right hand, cannot really hurt him with a straight right, dog, he's gonna get run through. He's gonna get if he can't hurt him with a straight right, if that straight right can't do what it was doing at 135 and what it did against Sergey Lipinets, he can get run through. Because I don't think he doesn't have that type of footwork. You know what I mean? He doesn't have that. He can fight going backwards, and he earned the respect of Adrian Bronner and had Adrian Bronner thinking about it. If he can't make Errol Spence think about it, dog, that's man down. That's man down. Mikey don't have enough power to hurt Spence. That's what I'm saying. If he doesn't have that, then that's trouble. Because he's not. I mean, he's not Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard can move. Sugar Ray Leonard has very fast feet. He's way more athletic than Mikey. You say, yeah, better make an example out of Mikey. I mean, I'm sure he's going to try to just hurt that dude. That's what I see him trying to do. Just trying to hurt him. Now, and he's not the type of guy that's going for one-punch knockouts either. You know? He's not trying to go. He is a high volume. He's high volume. Counter-punching, body shots. Man, it's kind of ugly, man. Oh, he's gonna get on that juice. Mikey Emmanuel Mummock said Mikey 0 abs at 35. You will see what shape he comes in 147. I've heard that he's going to work with Victor Conti. So he's going to come on with legal juice. He'll be stronger at 147 pounds, and I would doubt that he doesn't come out looking like Fernando Vargas looked. You know, remember when Fernando Vargas fought De La Hoya? Didn't he come out looking like a ball of muscle against Fernando when he fought or is that Marquez against Pacquiao? When he came out working with Mimo Heredia, came out looking like a bodybuilder all of a sudden. And I think that's what Fernando Vargas, I think Fernando Vargas might have done that with De La Hoya. Still got beat up and stopped. During the gold rush, people had the shovels got rich too. Oh, yeah. Those are the people that really got rich during the gold rush. Mikey 5'5", not muscular. This fight makes no sense. Oh, man, he's giving up a high size. Yeah, it's going to be tough. He's going to try to make that money. What's going on in the Underrated Darkness? How you feeling, man? Let me do a check real here right quick. Hold on, I'm sorry. Yeah. Thought so, homeboy. Mikey is aggressive against fighters that won't press him. AB doesn't use his hands at all, and Lipinets and Easter were both trying to survive. Yeah, is aggressive against fight. Yeah, he'll fight when you fight, not fight when you don't want to fight. He's going to have to fight the whole 12 rounds against this dude. But nah, Don, what's going on Underrated Darkness? But look, man, I got to roll up out of here. Hey, man, much love in the super chat. Thank you for everybody for tuning in. It's been fun once again. But I got to get up out of this joint, go do some work, man. It pays, man. Got to do some work that pays. I'll be back tomorrow. Nootropic? What's a nootropic? Romeo Harris? I don't know what that means, man. There are more dispensaries in San Diego than 7-Elevens. That's what's up. When they go legal, open the shop. Nah, I got to stay away from the weed, dog. I got to stay away. Till I'm 60. When I'm 60, it's time to roll, dog. When I'm 60, it's time to roll. But I got to stay away from it, man. That did not mix well with me. I was one of those cats got paranoid. You know, so that's just not that doesn't mix with my system very well. I enjoy it. You know what I really enjoyed? I really enjoyed the communal aspect of it. You know, like just hanging out with dudes like that, because that's what, you know, like big circles and all that stuff, man. That's really when I got introduced to it, because I was just hanging with cats. It was fun, you know, and it didn't get you drunk. Like, but anyway, it is what it is, man. Oh, Fernando failed the drug test against De La Hoya. Yeah, that's what that was. The fight makes sense because Danny Garcia and Sean Parker don't want to touch air with a pole. Yeah, we'll still see if the fight is made, man. We'll still see if that fight's made. Now, Manny Pacquiao said that if he can't fight Mayweather, he wants him. I would be surprised if Mikey Garcia didn't take that fight first. But we'll still see if it gets made. It's not announced yet. You know, it's acting like it's going to get made, but you know, it's not been made yet. So we'll see when if they announce that for sure. By the way, also, man, subscribe to Scrapbook Boxing. Subscribe to Scrapbook Boxing. See my man right there? And I'm going to wrench my man up. Has a boxing history channel that I actually enjoy. God, dog, man. It's that dude. I started this conversation starting off talking about that dude, man. Let me add Scrapbook Boxing as a moderator now. Yeah, man, I love Scrapbook's channel. Scrapbook Boxing is the type of channel I can get into and listen to, because this dude is talking about the history of boxing. Love his channel, man. Love his channel. Other channels I used to like, but then they start acting like you were actually there. Fuck up out of here with that. Anyway. Yes, sir. Subscribe. Curtis Anderson. I'm not going to get this up, man. Can we get 5 subscribers to Scrapbook Boxing? Just give him a chance. Listen to the videos, dude. Show the dude support, man, so that he can continue to make these videos that people, you know, that we need out there. You know, we really do need it out there, man. But it's not the type of videos that people are doing every day. So it's like a jewel. They're like the jewels. You know what I mean? They're like jewels, diamonds in the rough type of stuff, man. Elias Navarro just subscribed. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Peace to you as well, Boxing and Barbecue. Please subscribe to. All right, St. Cruisin. I just subbed to Scrapbook. I got okay. That's a Wookie. Wook. I got you. I subscribed, bro. That's what's up. Cool. That's 4. Two more. Let's get two more. Because Cat needs to know that people appreciate the history of boxing, man. Really. And see, since it's not a chance, since it's not, oh, that's what B-Mac just subbed. Cool. Real Talk 90 just subscribed. Cool. That's what's up. See, the thing about that's a gem that we're giving you because those are videos you're not going to get from everybody else. And you can just go back and you can learn so much, man. It might be a day that you in your truck driving, and you want to hear something. You can hear this dude just mentioning the names. Be like, dang, maybe I need to check this fighter out. I need to check that fighter out. Yep, it's his fisticuff series. Definitely. Benny 78 Ben, I still get panic attacks sometimes from smoking weed. Yeah. That's me, dude. That's me. I had big panic attacks. I was like, oh Lord, but never ever had an issue when I wasn't smoking. So it's not for me, dude. Or if you got to do it. See, here's the thing for me. I had to just stop completely because I would just keep doing it. It's hard for me to stop. It's when I stop something, I can stop it completely. But it's hard for me once it's in my regiment. It's in my regimen. It's a habit. But once I break the habit, I can go away from it for long periods of time. But for me, just like maybe hanging out with some people on Saturday, it'll be Saturday, then Tuesday, then Thursday, then Saturday. Then after that, it'll be Saturday, then Sunday, then Monday, then Tuesday, then Saturday. And then before I know it, it'll be 7 days a week. You know what I mean? For months at a time. And then I'll be like, oh shit, I got to stop. And then I'll stop for like 2 years. So it's about knowing. For me, that's how it rolls with me. Y'all just get paranoid. Yeah, that's it, man. I'm paranoid, period, man. So with that, the dude used to hang, the cat I used to get it from would always be telling me, dude, this is not for you. You one of them paranoid type dudes, man. Yeah. St. Cruisin, yes, boxing has a rich history, man. It is. B-Slap, dude, was good. He said, I've been having panic attacks since I was a kid. Long before that, we got me not to care that much about panic. Dang. Hey, man, so, everybody got their own medicine, man. That's what's up. All right, y'all, but we got the 5 for my man Scrap House. B-Slap, I get with you, my man. The Boxing Creep, and I'm at work every time I come back to my phone. You about to get off, and then I come back, you still on. Love it. That's what's up, man. Yeah. I've been going for a while. I stretched this a little longer than I should, man. I stretched this a little longer than I should. But it is what it is. So anyway, I'm going to get up out of here, man. And I'll check y'all out tomorrow. Much love in the super chat. Thank you for everybody that attended. And with that, I'm out. Peace.